A lot of voters affected by redistricting this year. Many of them who are now in the 10th district, including those in Rockingham County, were in the 5th district, represented by Virginia Fox. The candidates are incumbent Patrick McHenry and newcomers Ralph Walters and David Johnson. Why at this point in your life have you decided you'd like to run for Congress?
I have spent a lot of years yelling at my television. And one of the things I've been yelling is, someday somebody's going to do something.
Johnson's a security guard from Statesville. We know almost nothing about Walters other than he lives in Winston-Salem, and according to his campaign website, building the wall is his top issue. Mr. Walters did not grant us an interview. He agreed to one, but backed out the day it was scheduled.
With this dramatically redrawn new district, I'm in basically the triad area for the first time of my service.
Incumbent Patrick McHenry has represented North Carolina's 10th district since 2005. He says among his goals, if reelected, is to cut federal spending. He says Medicaid should be turned over to the states. Do your spending cuts include the military?
No, and I'll tell you why, because as a percentage of our economy, we're not spending what we should be in terms of our national defense. Sure, we're spending more than the rest of the world, but at this point, we're now making up for some bad decisions that have been made over the previous decade to get us back to a stronger position for our national security.
Johnson says one of his goals, if elected, would be to change how we pick U.S. senators.
One early thing I would do is change the way we select senators back to how it used to be, where the legislatures pick the senators. The Senate represents the states, not the people directly. House of Representatives represents the people directly.
So we wouldn't vote for the Senate candidates?
Wouldn't vote for the Senate candidates.
McHenry says he supports the president's efforts to build a wall. It says the reason the country doesn't have an immigration policy is clear in his mind.
Now we don't have any support from Democrats to support policies that just 6 years ago, 7 years ago, they supported. And so there's a lot of partisanship for sure on the issue of immigration, and that has not changed.
Johnson says he wants to eliminate a number of federal agencies, including the IRS.
I would favor a complete elimination of the income tax to be replaced with probably a sales tax in some form.
On health care, McHenry says the way consumers pay for coverage is completely broken. Among the changes he wants to make, reform Medicare.
I think what we have to do is bake in the supplemental plan into the basic elements of Medicare and give seniors the option into a new system.
Johnson says he wants the government out of the health care business. And what is it that you want to get done? What is it that you want to change?
A completely different paradigm in the way people think. For instance, health care. Certain assumptions have been made about what we're going to do about health care, and they all involve insurance. I think we need to back up a step. I mean, ask yourself, who do you want managing your health care? Yourself and your doctor, or the government and insurance companies?
Both candidates say they favor efforts to overturn Roe v. Wade and end abortion in the country.
I do favor them doing that. That is the only involvement. I favor the federal government being involved in abortion, which is essentially a question of criminal law and medical practice, which belongs with the states, not the federal government.
Should the country ban abortion?
I think we would be better off than what we currently have. I think abortion has been harmful to the morality of our country.
In Rockingham County, I'm Bill O'Neill, WXII 12 News.